Hello, and welcome to today's Table Talk. My name's Philip DeFranco. These are some other schmucks that are going to be with me today. We're going to be talking about your questions, topics, things, and stuff you recommended on Twitter and Facebook using the hashtag Table Talk or on reddit.com/r/SourceFed if they were not gifs of you being goofy, Trisha being bouncy, and Ross being
Ross.
Yeah. I took away all your words for that intro.
Yeah, you should just go for
Also, welcome to Phil Talk.
Yeah, Phil Talk!
Gary
Table
Horman
talk.
says, any awkward Valentine's story, like professing your love, only to find out they didn't know you?
Poor Gary!
Didn't
know you?
Oh, Gary!
Oh.
Hi, Brad.
Well, he
Love
is
you.
Gary
Who are
the
you?
Third.
Oh, Gary
They
the
were like,
Third.
Gary the Second. Oh, no. You're the
Which
other
Gary
one.
are you?
Which Gary
You've been
are
around
you?
before. That's I've had an awkward, Valentine's Day, but never once where I was just like, hey, Beth, I really love you. She's like, who are you again?
Who are you again?
Where
Rar?
did you come from? No,
Right?
I went out with this girl in college. I thought she was so pretty, and like I asked her to be my Valentine, and she said
College.
yes. College. College. That hit me. I just got it.
Will you be my Valentine?
Well, no, I didn't say it like that. I said, "What are you doing Valentine's Day? Do you want to go on Valentine's Day?"
I just pictured me like, I didn't say it like that. He's like, I didn't say it like that. Will you be my Valentine?
There was a 3-part harmony, and so she said yes. So I got really excited, and I got a rose, and I knew someone that was in her dorm, so I had someone tape a rose outside of her door with a time and a place to meet me that night, and I started to get sick. I started to get a cold, and I was like, crap, like this sucks. So I got a bunch of Hershey's Kisses, and I wrapped it up in a giant thing of tinfoil to make one giant Hershey's Kiss out of a bunch of different Hershey's Kisses.
Pinterest board is really
This is
getting
before Pinterest, guys. That was all Ross, 100% Ross. And at the same time, I'm also trying to figure out the nice restaurant on campus. Mind you, this is freshman year, so I have no idea what's good around there. So I asked one of the guys in my fraternity, I said, what's your favorite restaurant on campus? And they said Jim's Greek Patio. And I was like, that sounds great. Sounds like, Greek food, nice romantic night. And this other guy told me about this nice lookout point. That's a couple miles off campus. So I borrowed a car. I got all ready to do this. So I call the restaurant and I say, let's make a rereservation. Hey, for Valentine's Day too. And they're like, oh, we don't really do reservations. And I was like,
That
okay,
should have
well,
been your first clue.
right? But it wasn't. So I said, oh, great. We'll just show up and we'll be able to get a seat. So we show up and it turns out Jim's Greek Patio is an actual patio. It is just an outdoor seating. You show up, order at the counter, pay there, and then they bring you a basket of souvlaki. So this was we still talked and we're having a decent time, and she was like, well, I have to get to this cheer practice thing at 8, and I was like, oh,
I
no.
have to get to cheer practice.
And I was
classic.
Don't worry, I'll drop you
I
off.
still use that.
I have to get to cheer practice.
Wait, so how does the story end, though? How do we get to the end of the story?
Yeah, you want me to jump to the end?
story.
Anyway, I took her to this thing. She mentions on the way to this lookout point. She has
This guy.
She has a boyfriend.
Just forward through.
Anyway,
What?
yeah, she has a boyfriend, but she's still accepting my date to go out. So this is pretty bad at this point.
She's kind of in trouble then.
And then-
who just goes my boyfriend's not here, so yeah, I will go on a Valentine's Day with you.
It was so awkward, and we're about a couple miles from campus. So I drop her off at the dorm afterwards, and I go, I can't kiss you. I'm on autopilot at this point, and I go, I can't kiss you because I kind of have a cold, but I wanted to give you a kiss anyway. So I give her the giant chocolate kiss, and she goes, oh, thanks, and then takes it and leaves.
Ross!
Bad.
Okay, so yeah, you win. You win the awkward Valentine's
So what we
Day
learned
thing.
was that if you put in a lot of effort, it's
Very
probably
little.
not worth it.
I would
probably
have
has
rather
cheer practice.
I said, will you be my Valentine? And she said, who are you? I would have saved
Yeah,
a lot
probably.
of effort.
That's
a lot
of
of
effort.
A
Yeah.
lot of effort.
I don't know if there's any awkward ones. I put in a decent amount of effort. I don't fucking put a map to a treasure and the treasure is my dick covered in chocolate or any weird fucking.
What a horrible treasure! I'd be so pissed.
Are you saying not
If I
to do
had
that?
What if-
to walk places, I'd be like,
What if-
this.
What if it was
You gotta be
what if it was a treasure, but then it was or what's behind the curtain?
Curtain.
And it's just a curtain.
Am I gonna have to walk? or
It's just a
run?
mirror back to my dick covered in chocolate. No, I'm trying to think. I didn't have many awkward ones. My dad He was a ladies' man, but it never rubbed off on me.
Papa DeFranco. He's well known.
But literally, I think that he knew that it wasn't going to rub off me at a very early age. So I just remember as a child, he was like, "So it's Valentine's Day. Do you have some girls you like?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's like 4 of them." He's like, "Cool.
Nice.
We're gonna get something for every one of them." Because you're gonna play the numbers.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Play the numbers game.
So what ended up happening was it was weird. I was in Catholic school and you usually stay in one class, but for some reason that day it was like split.
Oh yeah.
And 2 of the girls were in the first one, and I gave them to both of them. One of them was like, "Cool, chocolate." The other one was really into me, and that was really exciting. And so I started talking to her, and then because I realized that I'd already kind of won Valentine's Day, I ate the other chocolate.
Yeah, look at that.
And
Turns
so
out, why do 4 if you already won with 2?
Yeah.
Well, you won with 1. You tried
with
with 2.
2.
I mean, like you spent 2.
Yeah.
So why spend 2 more?
Eat it. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? That's a perfect result.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I feel like that defines my life pretty much.
Yeah.
Or you could have said, "Have another chocolate. Split the last 2 between you 2. It's a romantic thing."
I was like, I'm locked down in a serious relationship.
Yeah.
We both like
We
chocolate.
both like chocolate. She said, "Cool. This is really cool."
What about you, though?
And,
Do you have a really long story that involves a porch?
Yeah. You know what?
Patio.
One time
Oh, sorry.
I was
That's how much I was
in
paying attention at that point.
college.
I was like, nothing is killing me yet.
It was long. No.
It felt longer on it, I'll tell you
Yeah, I
that.
tell you what. Oh man, no. I have some pretty decent Valentine's Day. I remember I was in a relationship for a while, and I remember I literally he was very out of it as far as a partner goes. But I remember being
What does that mean, Lee?
It means that he wasn't really emotionally invested in our relationship, and for a long time I actually kept going with him thinking that he might change as a person. But what I learned was to respect myself and acknowledge what I deserve in a relationship.
If only there was a movie that would be...
Coming up next on Lifetime, Lee Newton tells us her whole story about the relationship.
No, Lee gave us all the things that you're supposed to
Yeah,
do.
I did.
The highlights, the reason that it wasn't working out.
That's why. But I remember literally being like really excited and like planning this thing and being like, can't wait to give him his Valentine's Day present. And I was like, I can't wait to give you a Valentine's Day present. He's like, yeah, when is that? And I was like, today. It's today. And it was like one of those ones that I was like, okay. All right.
And she safety danced out of the room.
And then you get like with guys that like set their kitchen on fire for you on Valentine's Day and be like, I'm trying to cook you a chicken, and you're like, this is fine. Let's go down the road. This is involved.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell me.
I'm gonna kill you with
I'm
the
trying to
best.
cook you a chicken. I'm like, we're gonna die. Like, it's fine. Romance done. Check. We're good. Let's go.
A for effort.
A for effort.
A for asphyxiation.
Mm-hmm. I also remember that I was the kid that also ate the candy on a lot of those. Because I think I had like Tootsie Rolls that were attached to the candies. And I don't think I gave a single Tootsie Roll out.
I feel like half the time I talk shit on nasty food, it's not because I actually think negatively on it. I'm just trying to convince myself
That
I
you
never
don't
wanna
like
eat
it? Yeah.
I'm like, Twinkies, who fucking eats them? I
would
a lot.
love
I
to.
would love
I love-
like it's one of those things where it's like if I give in to you, today is gonna be slow.
Well, there's certain tiers of bad food. Like
Yeah.
I know that like I haven't been to a level of depressed where I was like Cinnabons. I should eat those.
Oh,
in
you
a long
haven't
time.
lived.
So I've eaten them, but
okay.
I have not been there in a very long
Because
time.
it's a wash.
Or it's
'cause
all
once
you have
go-
left.
Yeah.
All you have left is
But
that
once you go
Cinnabon run.
Cinnabon, you're like, well, screw the rest of the day. Like,
Yeah.
the rest of the day's
But
out.
Cinnabon knows what it's doing, right? It's always in a part of a mall or a fucking airport where there's no other food around.
No.
Yeah.
Because
No.
they know that if you have options,
You're not
You're not
choosing
gonna- yeah.
Right?
because Cinnabon is not like a food. It's not a course. It's a treat.
Yeah.
So it's,
Cinnabon's like the creepy dude
I
that comes
remember-
into a bar. He's like, "There's no other dudes
Yeah.
here."
I
So,
guess you're
I mean,
all right.
I
I'm
would
going to
love
regret
to
this later.
Yeah.
A lot. I really
You're
this is
into
going to be weird. I'm not going to tell anyone
foot
about
play
it.
and I wanna
but
take
yeah, I
pictures.
would.
calm
I
down,
mean-
Quentin.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, that's it.
That's
Quentin
it.
Tarantino is Cinnabon.
Yeah.
There's no other parallel there.
That's it.
I do love some Django Unchained. Yeah. But no, I remember vividly being in a Cinnabon airport and being like, oh, should I do it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because it was fine. Why not? You know, it's like that justification. And then I remember being in front of a woman that was my exact height, and I was like, wow, she's my exact height. And she was blonde hair, and she was about 4 sizes bigger than me. And I was like, hello, future. Yeah. And I walked away.
Isn't that great? That's happened to me so many times where I'm like, I'm just going to get a McDonald's thing. You walk in, there's this guy that, like, he's sweating because he's breathing.
Yeah,
he's just
like,
okay. Oh, God. Thank you. All right. Like, I know what I'm going to order here. And it's just like, oh, this is the kind of people that go to these restaurants.
Fantastic.
I'll have a salad.
Hey, they're walking in. They're trying. They're walking to their food.
As opposed to rolling?
No, being in the drive-thru.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point.
Wait, where do you go? There's two options. You either walk in or you roll in.
When I always picture a McDonald's, I picture my hometown McDonald's, and it wasn't a drive-thru. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I picture a guy like with just like a mobile scooter like they have at Walmart, just kind of like bumping up against the door, trying to.
I feel like 70% of the people riding in the scooters are doing it ironically, or like funny.
100%.
No, not
Look at this goof.
No, not the big guy. Not the big guys.
Not that. No, but like you mean like just people in general that
like when I go to a Walmart, I rarely see someone that should actually be in one.
I always see like some little girl that's like Mippa. Like, and you're like, what are you?
But we're also not in Walmart country.
Like, or the guy that's like, he's the I don't know how to say this. He is the intelligence level of a guy that screams, "Do it for the vine!" That guy.
Do it for the vine. He's the guy that jumps in the ball pit. He's the guy that jumps in the ball pit.
Fuck that
I'm
guy.
going in. Fuck that guy.
I hate people.
I hate that guy. That guy's name is like Turd. Right? Turd Ferguson?
Yeah.
Okay. Cigoblinger. It's not
Just
my
slowly
fault.
turns your brain off.
T-Z-E Goblinger. Sir Goblinger.
Perfect.
Are you in the belief that prison is meant for treatment or revenge, or both? Which does the society benefit most from?
What a jump.
Wow!
Right? Like, boom. Yeah, speaking of relationships, how do you feel about prison?
I know, right? Treatment is never something that I think of when I think of prison. I don't think of revenge either, so I don't know what CW show you're watching. But I really don't think of treatment or revenge. I think it's like, that's the consequence of your actions, right?
Yeah, it robs you of your life.
So yeah, it steals you of the luxuries that you have of life.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom.
It's a lack of freedom.
Well, you guys have been talking. I think that
it's
prison,
like a punishment.
ideally, if you stop just arresting people for like having weed on them and shit like that, and then you actually have maybe people in prison for violent crimes, the idea would be to rehabilitate them. I think that's the number one thing. But our prison system doesn't do that. When you talk about like someone going to prison for a jail sentence, I think the number one comment you see is, "Good, he's gonna get raped."
Yeah,
like,
or
and
something awful like that.
It is a very punishment, revenge-based idea, I think, in this country.
But that's not why the judge is putting him in there. It's not like the judge is like, "I sentence you to 5 years of unpleasant rape."
No,
like but
like they know exactly what they're getting
sometimes you
into.
just add words in front of things that like
Unpleasant
are
rape?
unnecessary.
Unpleasant rape, yeah.
They're just unnecessary.
Yeah,
that
doesn't need to be a thing.
Unpleasant rape.
But we know your album name, so that's exciting.
I'm sleepy. I'm a little sleepy tired.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's totally fine.
No, I don't want to fool you with the word rape. You're not going to enjoy this.
But yeah, I think if it was a mixture of punish and rehab. But I mean, when you look at the amount of, or the percentage of repeat offenders.
Recidivism rate, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's also one of those
things.
That's why I say
repeat offenders.
No, but like it really is. The recidivism rate is insane. So it's like, we here in California have the 3 strikes law, where it's like,
Do we out here?
Don't we?
I didn't know. Yeah, I know we had it in Florida.
At one
when I
point
lived
we
there.
did.
Yeah. We have the 3 strikes law, which I actually am a big proponent of, and a lot of people aren't, but I kind of am like, and I understand that it does, like, if you have that life, you kind of are like, relegated
well,
into
the system's
that life.
broken. It's not like you go in, you come out, oh man, like prison changed me in a way that I'm gonna reform. Like some people do, but I usually think it's the ones that find religion in there.
Yeah.
And it's the religion that does the reforming rather than the prison. Like there's not a prison guard that's gonna sit down with you and teach you how to read a book or like the error of your ways.
Yeah.
But that is my next script.
I do like that.
Prison guard with a heart of gold.
Kate Winslet. She's hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
Why?
Then she teaches them, but they really teach her.
But like me, I just got goosebumps, and I hate this story.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, it's like it's one of those things where like you go into this thing to be have your freedoms revoked,
Yeah.
and you just breed and stew and become resentful of the outside world.
But I think, it also is just like it teaches you that what you are to society, and that's what frustrates me is that like it's just like it is just constantly this perpetual cycle of like animalism in that sense, like, and so it is a really messed up system. It's not like Orange is the New Black. Found that out. But you know what I mean? Like that show, I love it so much.
Yeah,
but
turns
I'm also
out
just
Laura
like,
Prepon not in prison.
yeah, you're just like, you're just like, what is like this is what a great time this seems like.
Danny
Like,
Masterson though might be. You don't know.
Did you
I
finish the
finished it,
season?
yes, of course. No, but it just also seems like you're just like like okay.
Orange is the New Black, the musical.
And it's just like the musical.
Yeah, I love that.
But I do think it's absolutely like I don't think revenge. I don't think treatment, because treatment isn't how we do it out here at all. And
I wonder if there is a country that has I mean, tell us about your country's prison system. I want to know if there is a country.
Yeah,
that
I'm
has...
sure that there is. We're not it.
Yeah,
we
no,
are the
we're
people
doing
that
it
literally
wrong.
just spit them out so they can come right
Well, our
back
prison
in.
industry is a business.
Yeah.
They're privatized prisons that make money.
Yeah.
So it's in their best interest to keep people in the prisons.
Well, and then you think about people like, Martha Stewart who go to this prison where I'm like,
Yeah.
that sounds like a dream to me.
I know. You mean your
Like,
hotel that you
yeah,
went
that
to?
sounds like a beautiful time.
But, I mean, there's no one's arguing that we don't treat our celebrities better than anybody else in this country. But this is going to sound so cliche. A lot of people that wind up in prisons never had a chance.
Yeah.
They grew up knowing what they know, the streets, like it was in their cards to either die or go to prison. And how great would it be if we lived in a world where prison was the best thing to happen to some of those people?
Yeah.
Where like, oh, good, you're going to jail. You're going to learn how to function and be a participant in
and
society.
that's part of the consequence of it. Like that's part of like is the rehabilitation of it. But yeah, we don't have that. So what do I think society benefits from it in our country? I think it's a kind of a flawed system. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Boom. Jump in there for the last one. Yeah, I think it's the Netherlands that has one of the best like non-repeat offender rate.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and like if you look at I feel like it's the Netherlands. I might be getting it wrong. But yeah, there's like if you look at
Pretty much any
their like
place
prison
that,
stuff,
like,
it
is
looks like a
very
college
logical.
Well,
dorm.
they also that's so that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
College dorm boner over here.
Let's jump in.
All right, Chewy said, Chewy, or at Eli the Jedi. All right. I said, what is the cheesiest thing you've done for love? Oh, a little V-Day question.
I like
The
that we
cheesiest thing
went
you've done for
love, prison, love.
Love, prison, love.
Well, I took this inmate and I taught him how to read. On
Yeah, it was.
Cheesiest thing, I used to write poems a lot. I used to really, really like it. Like just really,
Well, you
probably
go red,
just
violet
no,
or
just
blue.
like
I really like your boobs.
I don't know if I ever used even like an off rhyme, like once, just even once, just.
I don't know what he's gonna rhyme orange with. I'm so scared.
Yeah, just I'm just trying to think. I think poems. If I think of something else, I'll mention it.
The good news is, like, and I will say it's a double standard. As a woman, like, it's not that cheesy. Like, we can say, like, because we're so open with our feelings, you can say whatever you want to say, and you can do whatever you want to do and be like, oh, it's fine. Like, if it's like, I wrote you a poem, it's like, oh, that's so sweet. But I will say the cheesiest thing I ever did for love was in 7th grade with Jason, and I made him a mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
But how I made the mixtape is even sadder because we were a very poor family. So I just took a recorder, pressed play, and held it up to the recording speaker.
Oh.
And it was a journey, and it was the shittiest
It was
mixtape.
Journey? Mostly Journey.
Mostly Journey and Foreigner. Open arms. Oh, what a dream.
That's awesome.
But no, it was like me just like holding it up to the speaker and being like, okay, click, click.
No.
Great. Next one. and I'm sure he's like, cool, thanks.
What about you?
I think I had a girlfriend once that I went out and I got her favorite type of pie, and then I bought red frosting, and I had sex with the pie. I am Jason.
It's your favorite time.
You know what's a sad thing? So many people don't know that reference.
What,
They
American
do.
Pie?
I
'Cause
think
it's
that's
such
a- that's
young
a cultural
generation.
You're old and sorry.
Old and
Alright.
sorry.
Anyway, so I
Got pie.
I like drew music notes on it because she was a musician, and I like drew hearts. I just decorated the pie. I think that was like.
That's yeah.
It was like
That's the cheesiest. You
That's
gave
the
us this
cheesiest?
fucking like 10-minute story
you
about you going out of the way.
Foil and filled it with other kisses.
And then I
And
bought
then
pie.
I decorated a pie.
I haven't had a
That's the
whole.
cheese.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
A dirty liar.
Yeah, he's a liar. He doesn't want to say anything.
I don't
He
know.
got
Well, I
too
mean, like, tell me
embarrassed.
if you guys think this is cheesier. I made a YouTube video talking about like last-minute Valentine's Day ideas, and I in the graphics I hid clues as to what we were going to do for Valentine's Day, and then.
God, what a horrible generational thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
In the
honestly,
graphics
the
of my
cheesiest
YouTube
thing.
video is where you're gonna find your Valentine's Day
The
tree.
hints. I like puzzles, guys.
Oh,
Hop
man.
aboard.
I don't know, it's so weird. Like, he made me watch a YouTube video, and then I had to click a whole bunch of different annotations.
Yeah.
But then I was on my
Laugh if
phone,
you want,
so I couldn't
but
click anything.
I monetized all those videos and I made it put it so, no, I think probably the Hershey Kiss thing sounds like the cheesiest thing, right? It didn't get worse than that. I learned my lesson to never
learned
love
his
or
le-
trust again.
Okay, great.
See, the thing is, I know that you're you.
I know.
Yeah.
So there has to be
So there
something
has to be
more.
something
It
really-
wasn't cheesy. Like that Valentine's Day was great. Like I cooked a pizza for her and like we got Thai food as well. There's a lot of food involved.
God, you're okay?
Yeah. And then we walked to dinner. We
Wait, hold on. You cooked a pizza, you got Thai food, and you walked to dinner?
we walked to the Thai place.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes
And
more
then it
sense.
was one of those things where like there were these two movies that we always talked about but never had seen, and thank God Blockbuster was going out of business. So I bought a copy of each of those movies and we watched them. It was like
That's
it was
not very cheesy. I've had cheesy happen to me where I've been like
It
in
wasn't
a
cheesy, it
restaurant
was
and
like-
like I had a guy like in a restaurant and he did the like kind of a thing of like, hey, and he like pulled out a guitar and I was like, no, this is not happening. And I don't do well with those like situations of like, one, you're not very good at this, and I've encouraged it because I've tried to be encouraging, but you're really bad at this. And I was just like, and baby, and I was just like, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, and I don't know.
So
It's
he
actually
played a
over about
guitar
2.5
in a restaurant.
restaurant.
So I think the main point,
no.
boys and girls, is keep it simple.
Keep it
Keep
simple.
it really
Keep it
simple.
simple.
You know what? Because if they need a lot of stuff, they're probably empty inside.
Yeah.
That's really
That's a fact.
you know
That's
what?
really what
Every
it is.
time I say stuff, I just need two people to just like be like with me.
Absolutely.
Flower petals on the bed. I did do that.
No, see, I
Stains
fucking
the sheets.
said it.
Yeah,
I said
yeah,
it.
that was
and
the
then
cheese.
you bailed from
Yeah.
the
That was the
idea.
No.
cheese.
No.
That was the cheesiest part of that night.
Flower petals on the bed?
Yeah.
I've had that happen. It stains your sheets, kids. It's a nightmare.
Oh,
Yeah, if you have white sheets,
I had
rose petals all over. It
What
looks
guy
like,
is-
looks
You know
like
what's-
Carrie on the bed.
You know what's romance to me? Getting roses and taking the price off. That's romance.
That's
okay?
actually really beautiful. That's really beautiful. Women
trying.
go nuts for flowers. Fact. It's stupid. We get stupid around them. Literally, I'm the kind of person where I'm just like, I don't need anything.
Also, it's good to do that with roses because it turns out roses are actually like the least expensive thing
Yeah,
in a flower
legitimately.
shop. So just take it off.
Legitimately.
Yep.
Could
But
cost
if you
$1 million.
somehow know and can find a girl's favorite flower, because every stupid girl has
What's
one.
yours?
White daisies.
Ooh.
But every stupid girl has one. If you can find out her favorite flower and you go like, they're your favorite, right? It does something to you.
Oh,
where
she's
you're like,
tearing up.
like it literally is like, you're gonna provide for me. Like, I gotta
You know how to
marry
listen.
him. You know how to listen. So yeah, if you can find a favorite flower, do that.
Well, we're gonna
but
get a
other
ton
than
of
that,
white daisies sent to the office.
I know.
Um,
I love them. I'm just saying. To keep it simple, like Phil said. Unless you know her favorite flower and then get those.
way to undermine
Yay!
that terrible outro is I think the way we're gonna go out on this table
Fantastic!
talk. My name is Philip DeFranco,
I mean,
I'm Ross Everett.
and stay classy.
and
Oh
if you
my
have,
God!
That's it.
Stay classy. Stay simple.
Classy. Stay simple.
Or
I
hey,
got you this toast. Oh my God, what a dream! I would love that
Can-
toast on
yeah.
Valentine's Day. I love toast.
like a nice. Ooh, what about like a cinnamon butter toast?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really
gosh.
simple for me. It's literally just
Food.
food.
Yeah, you and I should go to that
Thai place.
that Thai place after we eat a goat cheese pizza, huh?
As long as you can give her lots of orgasms and she knows that you care about her, everything else
You're
falls
gonna be
into
the
place.
best dad. I'm really excited about it.
Son.